doing? It's been a little while. I've had lots going on. Last week my little boy was ill once, but school say 48 hours off. Then he's fine for the next 48 hours and could have gone back to school. But it is what it is. Then I've had hubby on nights. Sometimes it's difficult for me to get a window film, basically. And then we popped up to Norwich, see my daughter, and also to take a little one to see Santa. And we went to a place called Strangers Hall, and they had a lovely send-friendly experience. Strangers Hall is a medieval stroke Tudor building, and it is amazing. I will give you a heads up, if you're not good on your feet, that might not be the place to visit. But if you're fit as a fiddle, then go around and have a look. It's amazing. It's beautiful. I did take some photographs and they are on my Instagram. I'll try and put a thing up of what my Instagram is, or at least put it in the comments somewhere if you want to follow me on. So we better get down to the business of why I'm doing this video today. It's a reply to a hashtag video which the lovely lady from Crone's Mirror has put out, and I thought I'm going to give this a go. Right, so basically she has done 10 questions to look at the crone within. So obviously this is aimed at us more mature witches, magical practitioners, whatever you call yourself is fine. Those of us who are perhaps reaching or have reached a crone stage of our practice. So I'm going to have a look at these 10 and basically pulled a card for each question, and the results I found were rather interesting. Now the deck that I have used for this is a deck I'm still getting used to, and I actually really love it. Not just because it's purple, and purple is my favourite colour. This is Melinda Lee Holm, and I've already got one of her decks, which was the Elemental Power Tarot hubby got for my birthday, and I think this one might be for my birthday as well, or it was going to be last Christmas or whatever, but it's one of my newer decks, one deck I'm still trying to get to know, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's very folklore-y, that's the way I can describe it. It's always so well packaged, and it comes with a really useful book, and this is fabulous. So hopefully I will get through this in one go, otherwise it might be another week before I get to answer the rest of the questions. So let's get cracking. The first question was, what truth have I carried in silence for too long? The card that I got was the Page of Swords, and this card, as you can see, looks a bit like a starling mimation. Now they happen at this time of year, and it's something that they do at roosting time, safety in numbers. They make all those beautiful patterns, and you sit there and watch them for hours and become a bit memorised. It's quite hypnotic when you see a whole flock of them do that. It's really quite beautiful. And so when I was looking at the card and trying to find the deeper meaning, it was more about something that is about to be revealed, although maybe it is something that I've carried within myself. There's been parts of my life that I've really missed and wanted to get the opportunity to do again. So I can't really go into that. Even the card is saying to me, this is not something to move forward with or to talk about until everybody's together, as in safety in numbers. Got to get our people together before we can go do this thing. So watch this space. Anyway, I'm going to get into question 2. What boundary is asking to be blessed, not justified? Ooh. And the card that I had was the King of Wands. Another cool card. When I look at the image of this card, he looks very proud of himself. That's the first thing I thought, God, he looks very proud of himself, doesn't he? And I feel that the card is saying that I need to take better care of myself, and I need to have a bit of pride in who I am and my achievements, and that is not something that I should have to justify to myself. I should feel that within. I should be blessed, of who I am. My next question: what part of me is ripening in the dark? Which is perfect for winter, isn't it? Because this is when we're the seed and we're under the ground in the warm within the womb, and this is our hibernation phase. To say what part of me is ripening in the dark, I got the Fool of all things, and when I'm looking at this particular Fool in this deck, he looked like he's turning tricks. He's a little dog and he's very happy with himself and he's juggling, and then he's bouncing on a ball that looks like the world, which again I found rather interesting, because obviously with the major arcana you've got the cycle. You start with the Fool and you end up with the world, and then you go to the Fool again and it cycles like that. So the fact that the Fool in this card is riding the world, I felt it was very appropriate for this time of year. Winter is always the sort of the end of the yearly cycle, and then we go into spring, which is the beginning of the new cycle. But for me personally, I always feel like when everything's starting to grow back, that for me feels like the new year. This always feels like the dormant season to me, the season in between. So the dog in this card gives off an air of, look at me. And from that I feel that this is about, again, in the darkness, in the rest period, in the quiet times, building up my self-confidence and preparing for spring. Number 4, what wisdom do I hold that others fear? The answer I got was Queen of Swords. And to me, this queen looks rather cosy in her nest, and her sword is held quite loosely in her hand. It's like she's not got a firm grip of that sword. It almost feels like she's ready to hand the sword over to a person that she deems worthy, but then she could tighten her grip at the same time and take it away. Almost like she's playing with you a little bit. Maybe time for me to pass on knowledge, or not, as the case may be. I'd prefer to work in a mentee-mentor sort of way rather than spoon feed anybody. I'm quite happy to support people and mentor people to find the magic within themselves, because there is no one way. There are many ways. Next question. This is 5. What story must compost to walk freely? And the answer I got was The Magician, and I did chuckle at this because this is lovely little rat in the picture. Rats are meant to be sneaky and a bit funny and a bit clever and everything. This rat seems to be totally different. He just looks very solemn, and it's almost like a contradiction in terms. It doesn't fit in with my perception of what a rat. I feel that maybe this card is teaching me that maybe I'm the sneaky cheeky rat who is being too solemn and is not being myself. Perhaps I think I need to compost is taking myself too seriously. Or another thing I've noted here is that Magician has his back turned from the ratty skull. That is looking at the past, and the rat is looking away from the past and is looking towards the future. So rather than worrying about the past, I need to focus more on the future and what's ahead for me. So, what mask am I ready to burn? This is question 6. 10 of Cups. And then when I first looked at the card, I almost mistook it for a mouth with all sort of weird teeth. It was almost like a monster we get out of Stranger Things. And I had to look at the card again. And it's actually 10 otters saying like some sort of synchronized swimming in the river. So I felt I needed to sort of think about those first impressions as to why I thought it was one thing, when looking back on it, it was something completely different. Perhaps things aren't as dire as I think sometimes, you know, especially with the 10 of Cups. I mean, you don't get a happier card than that, do you? So I think sometimes I have a habit of catastrophizing and thinking that everything is going to go wrong, and perhaps this card is reminding me that what if everything goes right? Just go with the flow, as it were. Right, we're on to question 7. What a roll here, aren't we? What grief is sacred enough to name aloud? Now, strangely enough, I got the star for this one. Another really positive card. Being a big Tolkien fan, this got to me. You've got the star coming up on the horizon and the sun's going down. You've got the animals left on the shore. And I'm feeling like The Hobbit saying goodbye to Frodo. It gave me that moment, which was just like, always does. Even in the books. Sorry to get upset on that bit. I'm feeling sad just thinking about it now. Last November we lost my mother-in-law, and we've just gone through the first anniversary of her passing. And grief can make you look back over your life. It always come from a place of well-meaning, but sometimes even with the best of meanings and I ain't got a mean bone in my body. Can't do all that bitchy stuff. It's just not in me, and trying to fit in with other people, that's not me either. I said I will always be on the outside of everything. I haven't got many friends because people don't understand me, and so I've just had to accept that. I'm always going to be the one left on the outside. That's how it is. I even used to play games like that as a kid. I always played the game, I was the Green Witch up in the mountains, and people only came to see me when they wanted something. I feel with this star that is saying to me, although I feel like I'm on the outside of everything, that I shouldn't give up hope, that there is hope for me. Question 8. What does my rage protect and what does it reveal? Me? Rage? I've got a ragey bone in my body. Can't be bothered, right? And anyway, I get the 7 of coins, and I must say I really love this card. It's really beautiful. There's this beautiful little fox in it. It's just so cozy, and I'm thinking this is a 7 of coins. The 7 of coins about working things through and hard work and all that kind of stuff, and yet I've got this cute cozy fox on it, and I'm thinking it's the thinking fox from Tolkien. So what does the thinking fox want to tell me? If any of you have read Tolkien, read Lord of the Rings, and you're like me, a yearly reader, you'll know exactly who the thinking fox is, and if you don't, then you've not read it enough times. I think my rage, if I do have any rage, protects my peace. So the only time I really rage at people is when I feel that my peace is being threatened, which normally means leave me alone, I'm having my cup of tea in the morning. I'm not rational until I've had my cup on. It is true. Ask my kids, ask the hubby. I will not be able to make any rational decisions till my tea is brought to me. Anyway, where are we? This card to me says that I want to keep everything safe, everything cozy. I'm a Taurus. And not only am I a Taurus in my sun sign, my rising sign and my moon sign are also Taurus. So I am very much Earth Mother, protect the home and all of that. That's when I get ragey. But anyway, with question 9, we're getting there. What ritual will help me release what no longer serves? And the answer I got, or the card I got, was the Page of Cups. And so we've got this guy made up of fishies, and he's drinking from a goblet, but he made me feel very uncomfortable. The image instantly conjured up feelings of anxiety and discomfort. Maybe I need to create a healing ritual to deal with my anxieties, to deal with my fears and concerns, and not so that I just go happily into danger, but sometimes my anxiety can do me more harm than good. I've started to make a start on that, really. Get some support with my weight and with HRT, but also maybe I need some, spiritual guidance. Even cronies need spiritual guidance. Perhaps I need to look to some healing work with my Druid group, also because I'm part of a Druid Grove. I'm studying the Bardic grade in OBOD, which has been lovely. I've only really done the beginnings of it, and it's nice because there's no pressure. You take as long as you need. I need to look to my spiritual side for healing as well as my mundane. Take care of myself, double bubble. And I've reached my last question. What legacy do I choose to leave behind, not out of duty, but devotion? Well, the card was 4 of Cups. And this one fell out of the deck rather than being picked out. I'm not one of these people who can do that fancy shuffling. My hands don't work too good. This one felt like the character in the card is floating along in sort of stillness. Perhaps I need to put a lot more stillness into my own practice. I do plenty of meditation before I go to bed and things like that, but I often get distracted. Maybe I ought to meditate during the day as well. I feel like I'm fighting myself through the whole lot. It's saying, don't be too serious, but have fun, but don't be too silly. I suppose it's balance. I'm glad I got to the end of this. I just want to thank Crone's Mirror for a really fun video. I really enjoyed doing this and happy to do another one. And if you want to have a go at these questions, I think it'd be really lovely for her. She's another one, Crone wisdom lady. I probably underplay a lot of my knowledge because I've still got big kids who are all leaving home, and then I have a little one left, and I don't know if he'll ever leave home. He may always need some kind of support. I don't know what the future holds for him. I didn't even expect my daughter to go to university because she was insistent she wasn't going to go, and then she decided yes she was, and I think it's been the making of her. But I'm digressing. I know I am. I'm very aware that I've also got to go and pick up my youngest. I'm going to have to... Oh, and the alarm's about to go off, so I'm going to have to love you and leave you anyway. I hope you've enjoyed that. And hashtag is thecronewithin. I'll leave it in the notes and check it out. And check this lovely lady. I'm not sure what her name is, but check her channel out as well. And yeah, if you've liked this little video, then do give it a like and a subscribe. You know the drill by now. And all that remains to be said is take care, look after yourselves. My day go.